Okay, so I was reading this Google article the other day about the lost continent. It said the lost continent, which sparked my interest as all such talk of lost continents do. And it was talking about 500 million years ago that there was all of these other continents that are not here today. And they were saying that this is the new science fact, right? That these continents had existed at one time, and that as the tectonic plates move, that these continents got shoved under the existing continents and were more or less added to these continents. And what got me thinking, so okay, they actually gave all these continents names and everything. And so these land masses that have disappeared are now part of our mountain ranges today. What was on them continents? Right? No one's going to be able to answer that question, right? Where did they go? Now, if they had supported life, and I would assume that maybe they did, or maybe they didn't 500 million years ago, but all such life would have been shoved under the existing continents. We as humans like to think that we are the be-all, say-all. We know everything. We're just so smart, and we've got it all figured out. But in the history of this planet, we're a very insignificant piece of this planet. We don't know if this is humans' first time around, or if at some point in time in the past that there was civilizations that actually thrived or lived here. And then looking back at Neanderthal and all of these other things, I mean, they could have been humans that were, if tomorrow an EMP was to go off, if three EMPs across this country was to go off, or the world, let's just make it a whole worldwide thing, right? It would plunge everyone overnight into the dark ages, right? I mean, statistically, they say that over 85% of all human life would die within the first 3 months. Yeah, I believe that. If you take away refrigeration, if you take away medication, if you take away sanitary conditions, and let just anarchy reign supreme for 500 years or 1,000 years or whatever, it would be the Dark Ages all over again. Science would cease to exist. The little science we know would disappear, and then it would just be whatever you have. So here we are growing up on our current landmass today, and like I was saying, where I live is all cornfields and streams and everything. What would it be like if you woke up in a different landscape tomorrow? And it could be anything from political upheaval to war to the birth of a new continent and the end of an old continent. Who knows, right? I mean, they're always finding things throughout the world that shouldn't exist where they exist. And when I say where they exist, I mean when these things are uncovered in some mine shaft a mile down, they're like, this don't belong here. How did it get here? I don't know. That falls all up in the talk of conspiracy theories and hiding things from the public, right? And me and Daniel McCarthy was talking about that the other day, how the Catholic Church has all the things from the different countries that they took over, the Druids, all of their knowledge, and a lot of the Israelis, and just different countries that they've taken over and sacked and then ran off with all of their knowledge that they may or may not have had, because all we have is folklore at this time to go on. Well, it makes me wonder. This country is so beautiful. Everything around us is beautiful. But look at the barren waste in Norway. I mean, I would just love to get up to Norway and be able to behold this stuff, not just on television or the verdant greens of Ireland, right? I mean, there's just so many places to see all around us in the world. But what would the landscape have looked like 500 million years ago when these things was going on? There's plenty of theory involved with science and the temperature of the earth and natural cooling, just all that stuff, right? Because we know every freaking thing, or at least science thinks they do. And then we sit here and we say we know things too. When I was a kid, my mom used to beat me because she'd say there was no such thing as dinosaurs. Near the end of her life, she was like, I'm sorry for that. Of course there was dinosaurs. I just didn't believe it because it wasn't in the Bible. Bless her heart. She was wrong about lots of things. But she's not the only one. In our daily life, we're wrong about stuff on a very consistent basis. We are wrong about things because there is no guaranteed path to knowledge, and there's no way of saying anything is for certain if you don't know more about one's past, and we don't know the past. Montana at its finest, people. Isn't this spectacular? I just find it to be so beautiful. I've got that Revit app, and we're going to be looking at places to ride around here. Actually, I would have really liked to have done that today. I just think that if you look over to the right or to the left, there's probably some really good back roads over there. But it worries me just a little bit because I can see somebody chasing the girl. Some bear chasing the girl down the road, right? And I got a feeling that a bear can probably outrun the girl's Grom for a short distance at least. If she's going to go up a hill, he's probably going to catch her and eat her. And you know how that's going to turn out, right? I mean, she's going to bite him and poke him in the eye. He'll have a complex. And we don't want to give no bears no complexes because, bears have got feelings too, right? Just because the girl's riding on his turf, she'd say, that didn't give you no reason to bite me, Mr. Bear. And y'all all seen that Getaway Bear video, right? With the kayak girl that sprays the bear with the bear spray. And then she's surprised that he's going back there and eating her kayak. Well, come on. I guarantee you the girl would probably do a lot better job running a bear off than that girl did. Oh, look, somebody wrote Melanie up there on that rock. That's cool. I bet she appreciated that. But anyway, so I could see the girl, right? Here comes Mr. Bear. And he might even knock her off her Grom. He probably just wants a ride on the Grom. And she'd be like, get away, bear. Get away, bear. Get away, bear. That is the funniest video. I'm addicted to it. I've been watching it for years. And I always go back and watch the Get Away Bear video because it makes me laugh. And I don't know why. I mean, what was it she said in the video? It's September, Bear. You're supposed to be sleeping. I don't even know where that happened. I looked it up. I searched her back to her actual website or her Facebook page or whatever one time. She's a little girl that works in a candy shop in Colorado. Hey, who would have figured that she knows so much about bears? Oh, little dog, I'm talking about bears right now. You can't come up here and bug me right now. At ease. You go over and stand in the corner at Parade Rest. Anyway, getting back to the girl and the bears, right? Because we did that one moto blog where she was talking about a tiger chasing somebody, and I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. I made her show me. And it was a picture of a video of a tiger chasing somebody in Indonesia or somewhere, and it was pretty funny too. But I know these woods are chock full of bears. Now today it's what temperature is it? It's 56 degrees up here. When the hell do bears go to sleep in Montana? Karen Price, you can answer that below, right? You probably know when bears go to sleep. But can you trust that? Don't bears decide that they might want to wake up early? They might have an upset stomach, or they might want to decide they don't want to go to sleep at the same time of everybody else. What happens if you get a bear that's an insomniac bear and wakes up in the middle of, just out of the blue, right? I mean, it can happen. I've seen bears that are supposed to have been in bed and they were definitely awake. But I don't know about Montana. Maybe these bears are better regulated and they've got them on a tight schedule. Well, hell, anything's possible, right? It's Montana. Can you imagine the people that came out here and seen this stuff the first time around? I guess we got to blame that on Lewis and Clark. But hell, the engines was already here, and I guess it was just their natural everyday habitat, so they wasn't too excited about it. But I would have been. I think that you're a lucky person if you was born into this land. But I wonder if the people that are born into this land, when they come and see our land, they're like, oh wow, look, this is so freaking awesome. It's a cornfield and a river. But that's what we got. Oh, what do we got in here? I'm going to pull in here and dump my pot, because that's what I'm going to do. Y'all want to check out the big wings? We got some big wings here. Well, they're pretty cool. Alright. Well, I'll get back to you guys in a minute. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see.